those two.
There we go.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hello, sorry, it's just yeah, it just takes a second to kind of go, oh yes, that's what I need to do.
My mask on.
Are you incognito?
You're hiding.
You're hiding.
I'm
Oh.
Where's Sarah gone?
She's next to you.
She's
done is I put on mute and no picture just to let them do their thing. So
okay, right, we are live on Facebook now, ladies.
Oh, brilliant.
Shall I close mine off?
Yeah, that would be super. That's all right. So you'll be there, but you won't be there, if that makes sense. Okay. Right. Hopefully.
There we go.
Oh, hi.
That's all right. So you'll be there, but you won't be there, if that makes sense. Okay. Right. Just right. Hopefully. Okay. Hello, everybody. The thing with this is it's a bit weird because it looks there's a delay, so don't panic about that. So it's lovely to see everyone today. I hope everyone is well on this rather grey and dreary day. It is so nice to have something wonderful to do. And I'm going to say this, I'm going to be doing the craft as well, and I'm considerably older than the demographic for the book, but I think that's fine. So we are super, super lucky today because we are joined by Marjoke Henrichs, and she has written a fabulous book called No, Said Rabbit. If you are a parent of a small one, you will understand this book only too well, I think. It's just, that's what happens when you have little ones. So it is lovely to see you. I am going to hide myself in a minute, if I can figure that out, so that you just have Marjoke to yourself. I'm going to hand over to the lovely and very talented Marjoke. I'm saying that right, aren't I, Marjoke? I think I am. I hope I am. She's going to read her beautiful story, and then you're going to do some crafts. So parents, if you've forgotten to get your craft bits ready, it's really simple. We just need some paper, some scissors, a bit of glue or sellotape if you haven't got any glue to hand, and some colouring pencils, and then and a bit of string or ribbon or something, and then you are good to go for the crafty bit. But we'll do the story first. So I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to hand over to you.
Hello everyone. It's me. I'm Marjoke Henrichs. Hi. This is the book I've written, and I've also illustrated, and I'm gonna read it to you now.
Hello everyone.
So here we go.
Hi.
No, said Rabbit. Look, it's lovely, lovely little stars. That's the same as Rabbit's duvet cover. Anyway, here we go. No, said Rabbit. Marjoke Henrichs, that's me. Like to switch this off, that's better. Time to get dressed, said Mum. No, said Rabbit. But that's my favorite top, and my trousers with the big pockets. First Rabbit put his trousers on, inside out, upside down, sideways, and the right way up. And then his top, inside out, upside down, sideways, and the right way around. Time for breakfast, said Mum. No, said Rabbit. But I can see juicy orange carrots. There they are. And some orange juice too. Carrot juice, actually. Rabbit ate one carrot, then another, and another, then a little one, and a big one, and a few more until they were all gone. And then he had a biscuit or two for afters when Mum wasn't looking. Time to go outside, said Mum. No, said Rabbit. But there are my lovely welly boots. Rabbit put his boots on and went outside. And he jumped in the puddles and sat in one too. And he cycled and watered the radishes. Then he scored a goal. And he played with his kite and then his stilts. Time for a drink, said Mum. No, said Rabbit, I'm not thirsty. Time for a snack then, said Mum. No, said Rabbit, I'm not hungry. Time for your potty, said Mum. No, said Rabbit, I'm too big for the potty. Time to go inside now, said Mum. No, said Rabbit, I want to stay outside. Time for a bath now, said Mum. No, 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 I don't need a bath. But your bath is lovely and warm, said Mum. I'm waiting. No, said Rabbit, I'm hiding. I found you, said Mum. Come with me. No, said Rabbit. But there are lots and lots of bubbles and duck too. Splish, splash, splosh, splish, splish. Time to get out of the bath now, said Mum. No, said Rabbit, I don't want to get out. Splosh, splish, splash. But it's time for cuddles, said Mum. Yes, said Rabbit. I love cuddles. There. Now off to bed, little Rabbit, said Mum. No, 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 no. Zzz, zzz, zzz. And I think Rabbit is now asleep. I hope you enjoyed this. And I thought of making something as a craft thing, making Rabbit's favorite top. And then you can make any colors, or you can decorate it as your favorite top. But also we can do also his trousers. And I made something, I'll show you what, I made it earlier. I made a little, look, this one. Oops, there. I think you can there, and you can hang it up as a bunting or a lovely little, little decoration for your room. So it is not difficult to make. So let's go. I'm just going to move the camera a little bit, and then I'll show you how to do it. So there we are. I'm still there. Put the light better on. So we might get interrupted by the cat, but that doesn't matter. He loves doing these things too. So what we need, that's what Natasha already said, we have some glue there. I got a bit of string, put it there, and some coloring pencils, felt tip pen. So we have that, scissors, because that's important, and then paper. Color paper or any paper will do. So let's start just with a paper piece of this. First of all, we're going to fold it over. We fold it over. Like that. Yeah. And then, so you make it, it's like that. So you keep the folded bit at the top. And we're going to draw the top. So I have to do it really thick so you can see it. So first of all, in the middle, I draw like a little C upside down. Just we do that, and then we draw the arms in with that. One side, like that. Yeah, and then we're going to cut it out. Cut it along the line out. Oh. That. And we cut that out. There. And then this side. Not in your fingers. There we are. So yes, I can see that's great. Look, so this is what you have when you open it up. So now you can just, with your coloring pencils, you can decorate it. So maybe we make some circles or nice spots. I'm just doing it quickly. There. But you can spend as long as you like and make them as beautiful as you like. There. I made some. Made it spotty. And maybe the other side, I think I'll make stripes. So make some stripes. You can also, if you have paint, you can paint them. So just be as imaginative as you can. So here we are, the first top. That's lovely. Yes, brilliant. So now we're going to do the trousers. Let's do the trousers. So we get another piece of paper. This time I have a colored bit of paper, that's all right. So we fold that over. There. And first of all, we have to draw a line at the top, but quite shallow, because that's where you put your legs in. So just like that. Yeah. And then we make the legs. That is that way. So we do it like that. So I think these are sort of like Bermuda trousers, like short ones, not long trousers. You can make long trousers too. And then in the middle, just in the middle at the bottom, you have to make a sort of tunnel like this. And then we have the trouser shape. Yeah, like that. So let's cut this one out. I can just about see it. Yeah, this one. And there. So what you see now is, oh, if you open it up, it comes like this. So here are the trousers. Now what you can do, of course, you can draw is lovely there. Yes, lovely big pockets. So you can draw lovely big pockets like that. And maybe he has a button at the front, or you like a button. Let's draw the button. So, and maybe we decorate it here a bit. It's a bit like that. And we can make some maybe little dots at the seams at the bottom. So you can just do whatever you like there. So now let's go and make the bunting now. Oh, yes, I like those buttons. Right, now we open up. You better open one up. You open it up and put it down like that. And so put them next to each other. So we get our string and lay it over the middle there. Yeah. Then your glue, whatever glue it is, or sellotape. But with the glue, you can just put lots of glue on one side, like that. And then you fold it over. Give it a bit of a, and if you want to use sellotape, oh, where's my sellotape one? Oh, lost my sellotape. Oh, here's my sellotape. There. Oh. To use sellotape, we can do it like this. Just fold it over. And you just sellotape, or you can just sellotape this here. There. Sellotape the string, and then you can fold it over. So there we are. Look. Oh, yeah. Oh, I like that's a lovely one. So you can make as many as you like, and you can make your line as long as you'd like. So, and then if I attach the two together, oh, this is a really jolly line. So the one I made before and the one I made now. There. Oh, I hope, I'd love to see them, what you're making, and to see where you're going to go and hang them up. So I hope you enjoyed it. So.
That was great.
Oh, that's great. I can see Sarah.
Oh, Sarah, I like your lightning bolt. It's like a David Bowie t-shirt.
Ah. Oh, that's nice.
That was fun. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's lovely. Sarah said that's, yeah, I can see the David Bowie one and the
Very
star
cool.
one. Yeah, and yours look really good, Natasha.
I've
I
lost
should put a bit
everything.
more. Put a bit more onto them. I did flowers, but they're not very. I need to make them a bit brighter, I think,
Yeah.
so they stand out a bit more.
That's a
Don't know
very
what I've
good
done with my
idea.
Sharpies.
Washing line bunting, I like it.
Oh, very
That's
nice.
really nice.
I haven't gone. I just can't get back in.
Oh, you just
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't get back in. I don't know what to do.
Hang on a second, Janice.
Oh,
We can
goody.
hear you, Janice.
Yes,
Can't
excellent.
see you. Oh, hang on a second. There you are.
there
Hello.
you are.
I'm very slow, I'm afraid.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
beautiful.
lovely.
And that's the back, which was quicker.
Oh,
Oh,
we see you've done double-sided. That's great.
I did do double-sided.
I've only done one side. That's what, you know. Attention
I
to
know,
detail,
but-
Janice.
Time was jolly short. It was divine. I loved doing it.
Oh, lovely.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful book, Marjoke. Congratulations. So
Thank
wonderful.
It is. It's
Thank you.
wonderful. I'll just say to the children that are watching, and I know that lots of people will watch not necessarily live, but later because it will be a video on our Facebook page. If
Yeah.
you make any of these and you would like to share them with us, then you can send a picture to me over our social media, and then I can pass it on so that you can, so that Marjoke and Sarah and Janice can see them. And if you wanted to, we've got a little display in the window at the bookshop. So if you're super local and you wanted to make some of this bunting for us to go with a beautiful book, then you can pop it in.
Wonderful.
You can put it through the post box. But we're here for click and collect, so you can sneak it to me, and then we can have lots of shorts and t-shirts decorating our window, which would be amazing. That would be really, really nice.
I think that would be amazing, and I would love to see pictures of that.
Yes,
Yeah.
hopefully. So that will give you something to do, because I think this funny weather is going to last for a few days. So for a nice rainy afternoon activity, get busy making clothesline bunting. That would be just be amazing. So I have said on the comments on the Facebook thing, if anyone's got any questions at all, if you just type it below into the comment section, and then I can ask some questions. But while I'm waiting for those to come in case any children or adults have got any questions, can I ask you, Marjoke? So what have you, is this, I'm guessing, as a parent of 3 children myself, when I read this the first time, I did smile to myself and think, I've lived with that rabbit. Is that where your inspiration came from?
Yes, they came from my own children. Yes, and what is really nice now that I have my nephews and who are now getting children themselves and have little ones, I got examples and little videos over when their child is exactly doing the same what Rabbit does in the book, which just makes me laugh. It's but also it's that yes, it is true. It is just what children, yeah, it is so recognizable. And
It really is. I mean, I felt, obviously my children are much, big and horrible now. No, big and lovely, but they've gone mainly past that stage now. But I felt that kind of book is almost great for a parent as well.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you're living with that, as as lovely as it is, it's exhausting, isn't it? So I think to see it reflected in a picture book, then you feel as a mum or a dad, you think, oh, do you know what? It can't just be me. It's not just my child then. And it makes you feel a bit better.
And that's why I really wanted it to be that the mother didn't lose her patience, and that she was just understanding and patient and kind, and just that if you are in that situation, to diffuse it, that actually it's just a phase and it is normal and you don't have to. And the child doesn't do it on purpose. It is purely, it's to find himself, herself, their own identity. So, and they don't, there is nothing on purpose. So, and you make it all very much more, less important, less in your face.
Yeah.
And awful, because they are not terrible to use. They're not terrible. I mean,
no, it's a horrible label, that, isn't it? I hated that.
It's a horrible label.
Kind of terrible twos. It's not. Well, it's not, is it? They're just, as you say, they're expressing themselves. They're finding themselves.
Yeah, and you don't want your 2-year-old or 4-year-old to be the same as a baby when you do everything and they do what you told, what you were telling them. That's not what you
never
want.
had one of those.
You want a child who can think for themselves.
Exactly. Yeah, I think we joke maybe as you say the whole time, oh, you want your children to grow up to kind of have their own opinions and everything, and then they do, and it's exhausting. But actually, that's a good a good thing. Yeah. So I think everyone is on the screen now. I just want to introduce the lovely Sarah and Janice as well. Do you want to introduce yourself to everyone and tell people a little bit about yourselves and how you're involved with Scallywag Press and with No Said Rabbits?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, well, Scallywag Press just started only a couple of years ago, so publishing picture books is very new for us. And we were really pleased to find Marjoke's work at the Cambridge School of Art. And Marjoke, although she was very good at illustrating already, took a special course in learning how to make picture books. And she had a project at the course, and it was exactly this book, No Said Rabbit. And it just looked so amazing that we wanted to publish it straight away. So there was an editor and a designer who tweaked the pictures and the text a little bit to get it into the form of a book. And then, yes, and then the book was printed. And also lots of people in other countries liked it. So we've sold rights in Israel, in Hebrew, and in Italy, in Italian. And what else have we sold, Marjoke? There's an American edition.
Yeah, and Swedish.
Swedish edition.
Yeah.
Oh, and of course, most important, Dutch edition, because Marjoke is from the Netherlands herself.
Yeah, which is
Wonderful.
great, because all my friends in Holland, they do have it now.
Did you translate it, Marjoke, into Dutch?
Yes, I translated it. Yeah, yeah, and it reads really, really lovely in Dutch. Yeah.
When you wrote the book, did you write it in your head in Dutch or in English?
In English, but I think the way I think is still structured in Dutch. I think, because quite often my sentences are more makes more sense when I say it in Dutch than in English. So, but I think that's, yeah.
And can you speak any other languages other than Dutch and English?
I can, well, I can speak a bit of German and understand it, and French and understand it.
Okay, so if
Amazing.
the book is translated into French and German, then you can see if they have translated it properly.
Right, yes. Yeah,
Ooh,
that's right. Yeah.
the pressure.
Pressure.
Anyway,
I struggle with English, so I'm always in awe of anyone that can speak, can speak more than one language, and it's fantastic. So are there plans for anything new?
Ah,
Oh, I can see
Oh,
your
my-
cat in the background playing with the bunting. It's brilliant.
Marjoke, tell us about the plans.
well, oh, my bunting's falling apart now. Okay, there's the hooligan that's back. Yes, I am developing now the follow-up of Rabbits. It's the second book, which is nearly ready. Can I say the title?
Yes, yes.
Oh yeah, it's called Ready, Said Rabbit.
Fantastic.
Oh, nice.
And that's nearly in the state that, yeah, in the final stage. Yeah.
So exciting. How long is the process? I know you get asked this all the time. The children always want to know, and so do grown-ups. How long is it from kind of initial idea in your head to an edit copy that's ready to get sent to your publishers?
Well, of course, the first one was different, but oh,
The cat's getting involved.
yeah, cat gets involved. But this the second one was that I didn't have the story, so it took a while to get the story right. And once Sarah gave the go ahead, from then on it went really, really quick. So it was sort of it was I think September, wasn't it?
Yes.
So because I had the character, I was able to really get it going very, very quickly when we did with the same team, with the same editor and designer. So we knew I knew them, and they knew me and Sarah. So the whole process was a lot faster. So we are now the end of January, and the final artworks are, and the layouts are more or less there now.
I think the really difficult thing is to decide what goes on each page, isn't it? Because it's very important how quickly the story develops and what happens when you turn the page. And Yeah, so once you've worked out all that, you were very fast in actually drawing the pictures.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because I know by now, Rabbit, I can just draw him. He's sort of under my skin.
Yeah. You
He's,
feel like you know
yeah,
him.
he's like a, yeah, he's just there.
And then afterwards, the book, if foreign language publishers have bought it, they need to translate it into their languages. And then the printers in China print the book. They print it and fold the sheets and then bind it into the hardback cover. And then they put it on a boat and send it to England. And the boat takes about 4 weeks. And then the book has to go into the warehouse. And then it has to be sent out to all the shops and all the people who've ordered it. So that whole process takes several months.
Yeah.
You have to be patient to be an author and an illustrator. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
You do. And Janice, I know you're an editor, aren't you? Is that right?
Yes, Natasha, I am. I still can't see myself, but that's a good.
Oh, we can see you though.
Oh, God. So not a good thing.
I don't know if that makes that better for you or not. I wondered if you would mind, as we've got you here as well, which is lovely, if you could just explain a little bit to people that are watching, kind of the role of an editor, because I think it's a crucial role that often gets overlooked. So I think it's really interesting for people to hear what you do.
Well, and I have to admit that very sadly, I was not the editor on Marjoke's books. But I have watched and loved what she's been doing, and it's a joy to have her on that list. It's an interesting thing being an editor, because I suppose in one way you could just say that it's, you know, dotting I's and crossing T's and shaping things a bit. So Sarah was talking about page turns, and that is really important in a picture book, because every page has to lead you on to the next stage, and you have to want to go there. And so it's actually just pinpointing those crucial moments where a child is waiting to hear what happens next. So exactly what Sarah said. I think what I find really interesting being an editor is that if the idea is sound, and if the character is endearing or in some way gripping, you need to know this person, this child, this animal, whoever it is, and you start to hear their voice. And the most important thing is that that voice comes through consistently, so that, and of course it is the author's voice, but quite often an author will get embarrassed by what they might be writing, and they sort of need somebody to say, no, this is okay. This is exactly what you do, or let's tweak it a bit. Maybe this could happen, or maybe this could be said. Maybe something that causes some charge of emotion between the reader and the character. And of course, the character's voice is really the author's voice. And it is incredibly important to encourage an author at every single stage to be utterly confident with that voice, and really to be in love with it. And in a way, it's much easier for an editor to be in love with somebody else's voice than it is for an author to be in love with their own. There is a natural modesty, I find, amongst picture book illustrators. And it really is almost just, it's just being able to allow an author to bring their imagination to life and to let them share that with a child. And I sort of could go on about this forever, so I don't want to be boring, but I think integrity when it comes to picture books. So honesty, real honesty, not something just invented for the sake of it, or for the shock of it, or for the commercialism of it, let's say, sorry. If the book is true to itself, the book will work. And I remember I had an author, I used to be an editor at Faber, and I had an author who always used to send me a copy of his book when it came out, and he would always inscribe it to me as the midwife. and nurse too.
That's a very good analogy.
And I think that's what an editor does. An editor facilitates. That is what an editor does. It makes the book as good as it can be. That's what I hope anyway.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for sharing that. That's fascinating. I mean, that's what you said about integrity is super important, and that's one of the reasons that I as a bookseller love Scallywag Press so much, because I know that every book that you choose to publish, to put out there, you've really put a lot of thought into what you choose it because it's important and it's special and it's got a message and it's not just for the sake of it. That's why we love you guys so much. So thank you.
Oh, thank
you very much.
That's lovely.
But before we leave you in peace, just to tell everyone, Sarah was super kind, and these arrived just in the nick of time, Sarah. So thank you very much. We've got these super cute door hangers that say "No Said Rabbit" on one side, and then on the other side, it's so cute. It said "Yes Said Rabbit" cuddle time. I've given one of these to my daughter, which sounds super cute, but she is 19. However, she adored it. She thought it was brilliant. So anyone that purchases this a beautiful copy of No Said Rabbit, I will pop a couple of these in for you as well, just so you know. So thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you to people on Facebook that have joined us too. If anyone's got any questions that they were too shy to ask, then maybe you can send them to me and I can get them to you, Marjoke. Thank you very much for your time today, all of you, and for sharing such a beautiful book with us too. It's been lovely.
That was wonderful, Natasha. Thank you. Thank you, Marjoke. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you very, very much. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.